What's going on, y'all? So, deer season is 1 month away. In South Carolina, our season starts on August 15th. Guns and all, at least in the game zone that I'm in. Guns, bows, everything. It all opens for deer on August 15th. So, I'm out here right now working. Y'all might can tell I'm sweating and I'm tired already. But I wanted to show y'all what I got going on out here because it's making me pretty happy. So, let me show y'all. Well, the first thing I was messing with is I got a deer stand in the woods over here, and I know last season when I was in that stand, this chair it wouldn't. I guess the chair is basically broke, so it wouldn't lift up anymore how it was supposed to. So when deer were in the field, the chair wouldn't come up like past the window to where I needed it to be, so I couldn't really see out the window. So I replaced this chair. I'll show you the new one that I got in just a second. But once I got in the stand, which is over here, we will also walk over there in just a second. When I put the chair in the stand, I opened up the windows and looked out, and I realized that I need to work on some lanes. So that's basically what we're doing down here right now. We got to work on some shooting lanes and get them together. Because I know last season, all the deer, last season was the first time that I planted down here. So I didn't know how it was gonna go. But everything grew extremely well. And every time when the deer would come in, they would always come in from like this back side of the field typically. So when they come in from that side, it's usually sort of hard to see them because a lot of the underbrush in this tree right here has some really big limbs on it. So I was running into problems seeing the deer. So right now we're gonna work on fixing that situation. And well, let's go ahead and jump into that. I'm gonna cut this limb and then I'm gonna hit some of this underbrush with a hedge trimmer. And after that, I'll show y'all the food plot and the stand. So hopefully this won't be a long video. I'm just out here doing some work. It's July. It's like 100 degrees. I'm out here sweating. So we're gonna go ahead and try to knock this out so we can get back to some AC. So let's get it going. All right, so right now I'm just gonna hit some of this stuff with this battery powered Milwaukee hedge trimmer. Milwaukee, y'all probably need to sponsor your boy. I won one of y'all shirts. You know what I'm saying? Because all the tools I done bought and I won a shirt. So yeah, y'all need to sponsor your boy. I use your tools all the time. But anyway, let me go ahead and try to hit some of this stuff right quick. But what we focusing on is that big limb back there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'll adjust the camera after I knock some of this stuff out of the way. All right, y'all. We about to work on that big limb that I was talking about. About to be using the Milwaukee battery powered chainsaw. This thing does numbers. Hopefully it's gonna go smooth. Again, this is not a Milwaukee commercial, even though it might look like one. It would be nice if y'all work something out with your boy. Just like that. Battery powered saw. Don't need any gas. No foolishness. Came out here with the battery, got it done. The only thing this needs is a little bar and chain oil and a good charge up battery, and you're good to go. So I should be able to see right into the plot extremely well now. I was wondering about hitting that limb up there, but I might be all right. That's crazy, y'all. This thing puts in work. All right, y'all. Well, I had to go get me some water. Sit down for a minute. Feel like I almost passed out, man. This heat is no joke. But that's my new computer chair or desk stand chair. Got it from Amazon. This works way better than the other one that was up here. This chair is smaller. It just fits better in here. So, whew. Oh. Don't do work outside when it's 100 degrees. Learn from your boy. Still trying to get situated. Alright. Here's the current view. It looks way better with that big limb out the way. But now that I'm up here looking, I think I'm gonna go back and hit some of the limbs on that pine tree, and then we should definitely be good to go. There were way more limbs down there, and I trimmed those up, but apparently I need to hit some of the ones a little higher up, because last year that's where the bucks came from. They literally were like right there in that corner of the plot. So there, you know, some deer come out from over here, but it seems like those are typically does and smaller bucks. But the one time that I saw a bunch of big bucks out here in daylight, they all came from this corner. So I'm sweating pretty bad. I literally feel like I almost passed out. So let me chill out for a minute. I don't know if I'm gonna hit that or not, but I kind of want to, because once I knock those limbs out, I'll be good to go. So let me start loading some of this stuff up, and I'll see how I'm feeling. Well, if I keep feeling how I did a minute ago before I got that water, we probably gonna just go into the crib and call it a day. But we'll see how I feel by the time I get some of that stuff loaded up on the truck and get ready to head out. Might walk down there and just hit that with the pole saw right quick. Oh, one thing I forgot to talk about. I had a different shooting rest in here that was filled with some kind of little, I'm not sure what they were, but it had a hole in it, so the stuff kept leaking out. So I decided to replace it with this Caldwell shooting rest. I have one of these in my other stand, and it works out extremely well. And the chair that's in my other stand is also like the chair that we took out of this one, so I'm probably gonna end up replacing that one with a computer chair from Amazon as well. But I think that's about it. I guess I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Oh, before we go, I'm gonna go out there and try to show y'all the plot too. Alright, y'all. So right now we down here in front of the food plot, which is doing extremely well. This is the browse pressure release that's made by Green Cover, and it has buckwheat, sun hemp, sorghum. It's a ton of other things in this mix, but the way it's looking right now, it's looking like everything is coming up. And the pH on the soil down here isn't really ideal, so seeing this stuff come up is like a big plus. I'm trying to learn more about the pH of the soil and all that kind of stuff, because this plot right here is only 2 acres, but at my crib I've got like a big 5-acre plot where it's 3 acres on one side, then there's a hedgerow with 2 acres on the other side, and the pH of the soil there is around, I think it was around like 5.6, something like that. So I'm trying to raise the pH of that soil up into like the higher 6s, and I ended up putting like a ton of lime for every acre that's over there, and I got a soil sample done. I took the soil sample to Eastern Carolina, and they helped go over some stuff with me to try to help get that soil where it needs to be. They you know, all before I was just getting like 200 pounds of 19 per acre and just throwing it out there, just like throwing and praying, and it worked sometimes, not all the time. So trying to get the pH right on this soil. That's like a whole nother story for another day, but I'm learning about it, trying to make sure the soil has enough phosphorus and nitrogen and lime and all of that. So we did all of that to the other plot this year. I didn't make a video on that, but I did put a ton of lime for each acre, like 1,500 pounds of like a special kind of fertilizer mix that is gonna help correct the soil over there even higher. The soil over here, the pH was way lower. So I'm shocked that it's doing what it's doing right now. But I think this is gonna work out. Because if it keeps growing how it is right now, I had some experience with this kind of plot before, and I know I planted a couple of years ago, and the sun hemp and everything, it got to be like 9 feet tall. So hopefully that's gonna happen over here, and we probably gonna have a ton of deer out here. Like, I cannot wait till deer season gets here. The 10 point that I saw out here last year, and I didn't shoot him, he's still out here. He's been getting on my cameras like every night. So hopefully, depending on how he looks when the season comes in, we might try to get him, try to catch him when he's in velvet. If not, I'll take him hard horned. He looks like he's gonna be a good one, I never killed a 10 point before. But anyway, yeah, y'all see it. The food plot is looking great. And this particular plot, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell, but it's kind of like in a bottom. So it's kind of like a hill on both sides. So I figured this would be a good spot to plant, because whenever it rains, all that water is gonna come to like this bottom right here. And I mean, y'all obviously see it's working. So every time it rains, that water is coming off both slopes or coming down both hills, and it's probably staying in the soil down here, keeping it nice and moist, and it's making everything grow. So I can't wait to see how this turns out, y'all. Let me show you. I'll try to show you real quick before I get out of here, because it is scorching and I'm ready to get in some AC. It's like 100 degrees out here. It has to be. Almost passed out a little while ago. And let's check this out. You see, y'all probably can't see him. It's a box turtle right there. I saw him earlier. I thought it was a snake. I don't know if y'all can even see him, but it's a box turtle tucked in there. But I see this. This is sun hemp right here. And you can tell the deer already done bit some of it off. They're not even letting it grow up yet. But this is buckwheat with the flowers on it. This is gonna be sorghum, I'm almost for certain. The things that look like corn stalks is actually sorghum. And those white flowers, that's buckwheat. So I have to check again and see what all is in this mix, because it was a ton of different things. This particular mix is called the Browse Pressure Release. And I got that mix because of the sun hemp, because I saw how well the sun hemp did when I planted it before. I believe that was in 2021 where I planted it, but it was at the other location that's by my house. This particular spot is actually owned by my uncle, who he was my only other family member that hunted, my late uncle. So I wish he was here to see this, man, because I'm doing probably the same thing he would have been doing right now if he was still here with us. And when I did hunt, I'm actually using his rifle. My aunt like handed it down to me. So I don't know, that's like a big thing to me, like hunting on his land, using his old rifle and making it happen. I just wish he was there to see all this, man. But yeah, I'll check that out. It is looking lovely. And it's supposed to rain like, I think almost every day this week or every other day. So it's July, I can't even remember the date. It might be like July 19th right now. But our season literally starts August 15th. So it's almost that time. But yeah, I'll come back and show y'all what it's looking like once a couple more weeks go by. And we'll probably be out here on opening day, or either we'll be out here the first day that it rains, because y'all know how that goes. Those bucks like to move around when it rains. So we'll see what happens. But it's scorching out here, so I'm ready to take it on to the crib, man. So I will holler at y'all good people later. In the meantime, y'all can like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm posting more content. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.